Welcome to a country that was once thriving and then lost 95% of their money in the matter of 3 years. They had one of the worst financial crashes of the century, and now 50% of the population is below the poverty line. Long story short, after overseas payments called remittances from expatriates and the support from the Gulf slowed, the country's GDP started to plummet and they had a liquidity crisis. Basically, money ran out. And if that wasn't enough, they were then hit by the world's largest non-nuclear blast, followed by COVID. It was just too much for the country to bear. Now, there are only a few hours of electricity per day, and most buildings and hotels have to run their own private generators. People cannot access their money in their bank accounts, food and medicine is hard to acquire, and hundreds of thousands of jobs were lost. So, I decided to visit this place, country number 77 on my road to 100, to get a full picture of what it's like there and to form my own opinion of the country and the people. So we arrived in Beirut and toured the city. It was exceptionally beautiful. We then exchanged some money on the black market since you can't get any of the money out of the banks. Since the government has so little cash reserves, they have set the official exchange rate so low that it would essentially cost $50 or more just to buy a coffee. Wow, $80. We then walked around some more, and clearly there was so much remnant damage from the blast 2 years ago. Here's an example of one of the shops that was blown out due to the explosion. It just hasn't been rebuilt yet. Smacked, renovated new, and also renovated new. So all of these buildings got destroyed by the blast. See this over here? All the glass blown out. Along the way, we ran into a local Lebanese man who had been fasting for 14 days in order to gain some attention of how corrupt the government was. He wanted his country to return to the prosperous land it had once been before. So after checking out the city, we decided to go look at the epicenter of the blast itself. Turns out we couldn't go anywhere near the blast site since it was blocked off, so we climbed a building directly across the street to get a better look at the damage. The official reason for the explosion was that they stored ammonium nitrate in there for too long and it caught fire and then exploded. However, after chatting with a few locals, that's not widely accepted nor believed. It's actually still smoking from 2 years ago? Is that possible? So after checking out such a devastating scene of destruction, the next day we decided to meet up with some locals and go experience the more preserved side of Lebanon, which is of course what I like to do in every country: experience nature. I wanted to see for myself why Lebanon was such a tourist haven before the financial collapse and the civil war. I was told that Batroun was the place to start, so the locals brought us to an amazing cliff jump, which was right up our alley. So Jordan whipped this off the cliff and it got destroyed halfway through. Check out this footage.
The NIM bent 2022.
Oh jeez. Oh my god. Oh, I can't win. Oh no, this foot too. Yeah, you got a big one on the back here. Look at that cut on the back of the ankle. Woo-hoo.
Hey, I'm not sure if you noticed, but each time I use the song in this video, I included the song title in the bottom right corner. Do you make videos and do you struggle to find copyright-free music? Well, let me make this easy for you. Epidemic Sound provides a super straightforward, easy to use music selection software. And here's what I like to do. I often search the featured playlists, and that usually takes care of what I need. For example, I often use the cinematic or nature playlist because I have a lot of that style in my videos. Now, let me make this even easier. I've curated a playlist of many of the songs that I like from Epidemic Sound. Feel free to use them in any one of your edits. So if you're interested, try out some great music for your videos by signing up for a 30-day free trial at Epidemic Sound. Link is in my description. All right, let's get back to the video.
After talking to a lot of the locals, it's funny because everyone thinks that before coming to Lebanon, that Lebanon's a desert, but it's actually all green. It's super green and beautiful and has blue water, so.
After experiencing some seriously world-class nature, we headed out to have some of the best food in the world. Wow, Lebanese food is absolutely amazing.
That's like the perfect mixture. Look at that. Onion, garlic sauce, and chicken.
Get it,
grilled.
Get it. Habibi.
We were eating for like 45 minutes, and then they decided to bring out a whole new set of...
desserts.
What do you think of that meal?
Wow. Actually,
Insane, right?
So many plates. I wish I counted how many different types of food we just ate because the best.
The next day, Jordan and I went paragliding over Junia, and it was simply breathtaking. Check out these fantastic views.
Now we're on? We have to run? Yep. Alright, sir, that's it. Woohoo!
And then, to cap it all off, we ended the short trip right back where we began on the first day to watch the sunset over Beirut. What I was beginning to realize is that the people here, even though they've had some of the worst luck in the world, they are so incredibly resilient and uplifting. They live day by day with what they have and continue to strive forward with hope and positivity. Even though the majority of Lebanese live outside of Lebanon, since this is the only way they can make money, they are all extremely proud of their country and truly love their homeland. As we made our way back down the building's security guard showed us his arm that had been decimated by the blast, and yet here he was, still working away, day by day, pushing through. So I thought my visit here to Lebanon was going to be a story about destruction and despair. Yet, what I was left with was an incredible sense of pride for the people, and how hospitable and wonderful they are. It's truly amazing that even though you can lose all of your life savings, that you can just shrug it off and choose to be happy each and every day. It turned out to be so much more than just a trip to see beautiful things. It was a solid reminder to be grateful, appreciate everything I have, because nothing lasts forever, so just enjoy the ride. Thanks again for supporting my journey to 100 countries. That was country number 77. Please consider liking the video and subscribing if you aren't already, and we'll see you in country number 78.